Let's get
Put the snort counter on now. It's one.
You are now listening to After the Encore special guest Dave French from Ricochet. Today's topic? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. But anyways, say hello, Nick.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to After the Encore. We are here with Flandanigan, Dave French, a.k.a. a Sizzlin' Denny, a.k.a.
I like slammed animals.
Slammed animals.
Slammed Animals. From Ricochet. And it's a rare scene to get, Mr. Dave French here. I remember the first time I met Dave French, and it was the happiest day of my life, I have to say. I definitely grew as a person. We're here with Emily from the merch stand.
Hi. As
well as Gustavo Esperanza.
That's not why I speak all, but
whatever band that you choose to be.
Whatever I choose to be.
Whatever band he wants to be here with today. And then we also have Araya, our very own spiritual advisor.
Our dream person.
She's our expert.
She's our Virgil.
Our dream dame. And we also have Corey here right now. Corey is with us. He's over a cellular device.
I'm only there in spirit.
It sounds so sad.
Yeah. Get Corey out of here. I'm sick of Corey already.
I'm sure you miss him.
I do. All right. Well, Flanny.
Yeah, what's going on?
So give us the news, man. what's
all right,
oh yeah, give us the news.
Yeah, give us the news.
So there's a Pakistani pizza shop opening up, and it's called cheese and gravy, where you get more bang for your buck. I don't know.
And that was the news.
Pakistani pizza.
So to somebody.
And Biggs with the weather.
What about the sand?
It's raining.
It's raining dogs.
It's raining cans of soup.
Emily.
Hi.
I know you had some questions you wanted to ask our guest, so why don't we just cut?
Now, why don't we just fucking do it?
Why don't we just do it? That was the whole thing of this. Let's just do it. Let's.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah, Corey. What questions do you have to ask?
Yeah. What is your take on the Epstein murders? You think he calculated it? Did he go to the school?
I think that guy must be good at killing himself.
What, Corey?
I said Epstein didn't kill himself. Listen to Ricochet 2019.
But that's like 2019's over though. It's pretty much. It's like I don't know.
It's over like Epstein.
It's almost the next one. Whatever's next.
Epstein probably ended in 2019.
Epstein.
That meme.
I love that meme.
It'll keep going.
You know what's fucked up? I'd be reading something really interesting, and then at the end,
No, I learned some great
fucking
things because of this.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's like Epstein didn't kill himself. I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, memes are just. They're such an enigmatic force that I'm just really grateful for. But Emily.
Yes.
Those questions.
Yes. Well, one of the questions I did want to ask was, I kind of want to hear your version of how you became into Ricochet.
Brandon hit me up one day and he asked if I wanted to.
But I found you walking to Chris's house.
Yeah,
and you were at Cello's.
Yeah, that is true. But he did approach me and he said he had like a business inquiry and it was just to help him form a band,
So was this like a sidewalk conversation? Like he walked up to you and asked the question, or because I'm just imagining you guys, just walking up and Big.
No,
he was walking to Chris's house and I picked him up.
Oh, I see.
And we talked about it a couple of times, but I actually came over and I think it was when it was Chris, Ian, Gabe, and Brandon. And, you know, everything was good. Like, we all started out, and it was, like, we weren't Ricochet. I think it was just a band. Like, we were just a band.
We didn't become Ricochet.
Well, Ian was Ian was the first drummer, right? I mean, not drummer, bassist.
No.
Oh, so I was like, not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
No, Ian was another guitarist.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I wasn't.
No, you're fine. I think after that we had like a couple of, we had shows here and there, and then a couple years passed, and there was like a certain lineup arrangement. Like it was just back and forth, different musicians, and then we finally found, I guess, our how do you say, like our little groove. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think stop being a bitch, and Darren's a great asset.
Well, I think that was like before I met Flanny beforehand, but I remember seeing some videos posted on Facebook of his band, and they were playing ska music, and like me being like a huge fucking
mind you, these
ska
are
fan.
Not my best,
but
not, like still like
it was actually it was really fun. Like people were dancing and skanking. It was in a backyard show in Banning or something like that. I don't know exactly where it was.
It was like Colton. I know.
You know which one I'm talking about, right? Yeah. And they were playing like under an awning, and I remember seeing
that's Colton.
I started booking shows at that time, and I was like, "You have a fucking band?" And then I got so excited because I loved Flanny's music beforehand, which is, by the way, also the music. A lot of the music you wrote prior to Ricochet. I don't think a lot of people know that, but you've had a lot of the songs like you know stored away, right, with Viva La Scalantino and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
so like I had this first band with Viva La Scalantino, and I played with Kevin and Michael Murphy, and like awesome musicians.
Yeah. And
then I transitioned to Skawboy Bebop, and that was with Michael Castro and my friend Richie. He knew nothing, like, no offense, no anything. He knew nothing about bass, but we helped him learn, learn the basics, and like he legit got it down. And we played a couple of shows here and there, and then it wasn't like a fun. I just kind of like stopped music for a while, and like about 2 years, and then that's when like it was like the start of Ricochet without it being Ricochet. It was just a band, and I forgot what you originally asked.
No,
because I know that it had to do with Viva La Scalantino and
no, I was just saying like you had the songs, like you had a lot of.
There was
music.
there
you wrote like a good portion of the Ricochet.
There was 8 songs, and I think 5 or 4 of them I used, but the other 4. Like I don't think about them. But they are there if I ever feel like going back to them.
That's what the beauty of after you write a song too, you can put it away and work on it later. Make it better,
store it,
and when you really feel like you need it. But if you don't feel like you need it, you really don't.
I just think the stuff that I currently have now, that currently work, that's what I'm like. I fucking love.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm really hitting something. But like I've had writer's block with a couple of things that I'm working on right now, so I'm just trying to like stay away from working too fast on something. I like it's like you said previously, like just putting it away
until it's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't like writing too much of anything if I don't have like experience, or if I haven't like it's like usually like good work comes with like going through something or experiencing something and like putting it in your own words after that, or how
for you to be able
that.
To play it, you have to feel it. You have to have like the experience in mind to be able to portray it. You can't just like if you can just like poop out a song, but if you don't feel it, you're not gonna feel good when you play it. You're not.
I do love pooping out.
I do love pooping out.
I do love pooping out. I love pooping out songs though. But like too much, I don't know. Like that's a curse too, because when you're like popping out a fucking song a day, everything's the same. Everything's pretty much.
Yeah, but you pump out 300, and then you get like 10 that are really good.
Exactly. Like out of those,
we're too amazing. You get
diamonds in the rough.
You only have one of those if you didn't do the other 299.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah. So it's good to have diarrhea with songs, you know. Just I mean, but you know, you got to put it on the shelf until it's nice and refrigerated and ready to go. You can toss that shit in the microwave.
Refrigerated, not regurgitated.
When did you guys end up meeting? Like
we've known about each other for like a long time.
I think I met Flame when I was like 14, 15.
Oh.
I was around like same age, like 15,
like
16.
same school or?
Yeah, same school.
Okay.
Yeah, same circle of friends, same like.
Which is common because like each school obviously has like their own like punk
I remember when I was in either Viva Los Cantino or Cowboy Bebop. I was in one of them for like a month, and then the day Flying fired me, I remember all of our friends following him as he walked down the street.
That sounds like a nightmare in and of itself.
I enjoyed it. Like
me and Joe had a great time.
dumb kid stuff.
Yeah,
it really was like when it boils down to it, it's just like whatever. Like I gotta get over myself.
Right.
So another question I do have: where does a lot of your inspiration come from? Because I know you are a very creative person, so I am kind of curious about that.
Disclaimer: if it is good, I follow. Like if it catches my attention, but okay. If it catches my attention, then, you know, like what is the term? I give credit where credit is due. And a lot of that comes from, it varies from Phoenix to Streetlight Manifesto. Which is weird because, like, the short little story, I'm going off topic here.
No.
I was really burnt out on Streetlight Manifesto, and I
remember those days.
Me, Nick, Brandon, Gabe, and like it was
this
Rita.
Motherfucker. Every practice, he'll play like a Streetlight song and tease me with it.
I got so burnt out on them, and I just didn't care. And then when I finally saw them live, I was just like, they're really, really, pristine, spot on, like just. I was blown away like that, and that's like the first I've ever seen something like that, you know.
It's so magical watching Streetlight play live. It really is. It's fucking amazing.
There's the same as Phoenix. Like their performance, like I had seen them in the Hollywood Bowl, and their performance was just otherworldly.
Yeah.
Like, but it's those two artists.
Would you say, like, because I know you've been into Musso for a while too, and I feel like I hear a little bit of inspiration from Musso a little bit. Would you say?
No, MU330.
MU330, yeah.
So, yeah, like,
I love Musso.
Crabber, that was like one of my albums that, I guess, growing up, listening to ska, that was like one of the best albums. Crab Rangoon from them and Chunks Parade.
Yeah.
They had Stuff and
Tune Me Out too.
I can't remember. So there's self-titled, and then there's one. I think the self-titled is the one where there's a dude and he has like his kid.
Yeah,
with
an American flag in the background.
Yeah, and it's they're in St. Louis.
I have that one actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got a box of.
I think they have Baby Rats on that one.
Yep.
They have I don't know. They just have like a good category of songs and albums. Yeah. But definitely.
And they're different too. Like with ska, you know, it's rare when you find a band that's like, oh crap, like that's their own thing, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
They're not like somebody else's shit out baby. Like they're not like copying the Aquabats. Like the Porkers sound just like the fucking Aquabats. There's like other like
Dude, there's the band that you showed me that we both really liked, but we couldn't love them because they were just
Flanny actually, which I really want to show Flanny them. So there's a band that like. It's like if Streetlight had a little obnoxious kid brother, and they're pretty much, you can tell they're completely influenced by Streetlight. They're entirely in the key of Streetlight's music and stuff like that, you know, with most of their songs, and they embody them almost entirely, and it's like so good. But we're listening to it and like, I would never listen to this again because it's like not. It
makes me want to listen to 40 Days.
Yeah, it's like a hand job when her like.
Is her name RX Bandits?
Huh?
Is it RX Bandits?
No, it's called Permission to Fly. They only released like 5 songs, but you should really listen to it. I feel like you'd be really just like listening to it. You'd find it super interesting.
It was really good
because it's just like it's Streetlight, like a young streetlight. It's like so weird, just like a Kid Brothers streetlight. I don't know. It's interesting, but yeah, listen to Permission to Fly just to check them out. They're fun. It's interesting. It's an experience.
So I know in the previous podcast, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you said that Flanny has helped you write lyrics also.
Flanny's been a big inspiration.
Inspiration. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, no.
So
I love Flanny's music more than most people.
Go into that a little bit.
Yeah, no. I mean, ever since I met Flanny, I met him at a punk show, Toxic Youth Productions punk show. We just got out of the pit. We were like sweaty and dying next to the bathroom door. We were both just like chubby and out of breath, and we're like just got out of the pit,
defeated.
And then we were just like, and we like tapped each other on the back, like, "Good job out there, man." He was like, "Yeah, it was so much fun." And, it was nice. We exchanged each other's they were like, because I was in a punk band, and he was like, "Oh, I write music too," or something. I don't know, something like that. I forget exactly.
I was with there was Channel 3, Soda Street, Iggy and the Rough Riders, and there was a fourth.
There was more.
DI. There you go.
Was it DI?
It was DI.
Yeah. I thought
Channel
there was.
3,
I thought
Soda
Devastation
Street.
was there too.
I think so.
Yeah.
I actually have the flyer from that.
Do you?
Yeah,
No
I do.
way,
It's in my room,
dude.
It's just hanging somewhere random. I have like a shit ton of fucking flyers in there. There's one from our trip up to Oregon or the Charleston.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, dude. I have one of those too. Actually, I have a Charleston.
That one was
nothing.
That's
better.
worth talking
That's
about.
worth
Like, that
talking about.
was a really good experience, man. Like,
I'm on. Please explain. Please
no,
explain.
well, like there's so many topics going on right now that I forgot. Like what the
actual.
Now we're talking about Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Well, I mean, tour pretty much. Like
tour.
Yeah, we went on tour. We went TOA and Ricochet. It was honestly, I mean, I'm pretty sure myself, Biggs, and Flanny could say it was like one of the most fulfilling times in our life.
No, that was the best 2 weeks of my life.
Honestly, like I can, like if I
we
pinpoint-
smoked out in a fucking tent, dude. Like, it was so fucking smoky. In there.
I know, wasn't that crazy?
How about the intent is it?
And then you had like those
was
bomb ass
crazy.
fucking anchovy. You had like.
Bro,
you had
see,
anchovies and you had
somebody was appreciative. I brought so much good
I
candy.
think you had like
I was
beans,
so angry.
not like beans.
No,
but I don't know if it was beans in a can or if it was. Dude, I got sick from some. I think it was like eating those ravioli. It was all that red acidic bullshit. Like I fucking the next
we
morning.
ate so much ravioli.
Well, I figured out if you just take a chef
canned tamales
and just stab it into a fire, it cooks.
Yeah, it was tour was probably, it was just so fun. We did so many like cool ass things. We napped under we slept under the Portland Bridge, and we like were throwing slabs of concrete into the
threw
ocean.
a fucking barrel.
There's that guy that tried to sell us shrooms, and his mom picked them up.
Oh shit! Yeah.
He's like,
Was
I
he
got
really
coke, I
selling
got
shrooms?
acid.
Yeah,
Like,
I really wish we would have gotten more shrooms. But I mean, yeah, I feel like tour was probably just something that it was, hard to repeat. I want to.
There's
we gotta do it again.
There's an
We really
episode
should.
of Portlandia
Next year.
where they're actually at that bridge that we.
I know. I remember.
I was
that,
just
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
No, it was the Welcome to Portland or something. It was the song where they're singing like something about Portland. It was one of their super melancholy.
And it's right
songs.
there.
Yeah.
I was just like,
They're right in
holy
the spot.
shit.
Yeah, I was like, we slept there.
we left Portland, and I was like, well, that was stupid. And then, like, I looked up pictures of Portland from online, and I was like, we never even saw Portland.
We really
Like, we never actually saw
we
Portland.
scraped Portland.
No, we
It's
just
okay.
drove through Portland.
It was
and
still
didn't see
pretty though.
shit.
I liked Portland a lot. It was green. It was.
Oh yeah.
The
We were
air
the
was-
shittiest sides of Portland.
Wait,
the air was
still
nice.
Were you
have
like
those
towards like the
pictures
main
of,
area or
like,
no?
We're on
We
the
actually
ocean
went through. Like, you know what? I'm gonna skim through that right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring them back because there's a really cool picture of Brandon where it's just like
Pull that up.
he has his back to the wind and it's just like there's all these fall trees going on.
Send me that.
I
And he
don't.
has his
I haven't
vest.
seen that.
Send me that.
No, I have it.
It's gonna be one of my band.
Wait, you
photos.
have pictures from tour?
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
need
send
to-
me
You not
those,
send
please.
me these.
Also,
We-
do you have the smokeout video?
I think
If
so.
you have it, Flanny, let me fucking see it.
We need to make like an Instagram for this podcast so we can post all this shit up there that we're referencing to.
Wait,
We can also cut clips of this out. Actually, that's a good idea to cut clips out of the podcast and put it out there. That's it's a good idea to promote. I'll help out with that. But anyways, real fast while Flanny's looking up those pictures, fucking. I've always been super fucking driven by Flanny's songwriting. I would say like ever since I saw him posting his acoustic songs, and he would post his little Flanny songs on the YouTube page and stuff like that, and Viva Los Galantino. It really gave me, like, it was one of the big driving forces and the reason that I wanted to create a ska band and everything, which is why, like, second we released music for TOA, this was before Biggs even came in, when we got the first raw recording of ADD, Flanny was actually the first person I sent it to, because I was so fucking stoked about it, and I
do remember that.
Yeah, Flanny was the first person before I even sent it to anybody.
Flanny's the only reason I know you.
Yeah, I know that's the truth. But yeah, no, Flanny's just always, his music is really fucking good. It's different, just like we were talking about, like Musso, you can tell, like, it's its own thing. That's the one thing I love about, like, Flanny's writing and his musical style and stuff like that. Like, Flanny would die before he had, like, a cookie cutter dick songs, you know, like, but, like, taken seriously, like, I'm granted, he'll have the songs, but, you know, he's not gonna, the things that Flanny does, you know, like, it's all really regulated by Flanny, and I love that. And you can tell the artistry is, you know, really raw and driven by, you know, an individual. So I love that. I love that aspect of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it seems like you're a big inspiration, and you are, like, from what I've seen at least, you're a very creative person in general. So I'm like,
entirely.
Yeah, no, yeah, very.
As long as I see the art flourish, then I'm content. Like, as long as I can, that alone, like, as long as that's acknowledged, then that's fine with me. I don't want people to know who I am or what I do, and yeah, I like.
You just want it out there, yeah.
I like my personal life.
No, I feel it.
So
I still want to go home at like 9 or like 10, 11 at night, and you know, kind of just play Minecraft or
yeah, absolutely.
Can't go wrong with Minecraft, which we need to play still, Nick.
Well, yeah, we do need to get back on Minecraft. We got a lot of building to do.
Drive back to Call of Duty, I fucked up. My life is gone.
Now, a word from our sponsor. We really don't have a sponsor, but if we did, this is what it would sound like. Take it away, Flanny.
This podcast is sponsored by Blue Moon, Red and White. Blue Moon, sock it to him, Holmes. There you go.
All right, so we're here with our dream-catching, magnificent,
It's just because we're native.
spiritual advisor. She's here to talk to us about our dreams. I know we've all.
Let's put some reverb. This is called Araya's Advice.
No, sponsored by Nike. But we were talking about dreams earlier, and Araya's known for being very informative on these dreams, right?
Yes.
And
all you're getting is giggles.
I had a dream or two to bring up. But I think Flanny did too as well. He was talking about a dream earlier, and that's kind of why we wanted to bring this up. You said you had one you wanted to ask about?
Well, I'd have to think of one to actually like ask.
No, you're talking about the one with the girls in the car. You wanted information on that one, right?
No, well, that one, it wasn't like, I wasn't like tripping over that. I was just scared. So, okay,
like
basically,
kind of thing?
Basically the dream that we're talking about is, I was near my mom's work, and it was foggy, and there was two girls running in the distance. I was like walking, and then like opposite of me, they're coming from the opposite way.
You said like fear, right?
And they're in peril, and I'm like, what's wrong? But they kept on going. And I turn around before I can do anything. This truck with like these high beams on top of its car come out, and it's like it swerves into the parking lot. Comes out. There's a dude with a gun. Before I could even like do anything, like I start like I like tense up. It's like I'm having a panic attack, or anxiety attack. I have like a vasoconstriction, yeah. And I fall backwards, and the guy like puts the gun to like my junk, like he presses up against, so I can feel like legitimately how dreams make it like hyper realistic to where everything that's going on is going on, that's the reality.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, well, I just have to accept it. Like, this guy's gonna pull the trigger, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in the most pain I've ever been in, or I'm gonna be in shock, like to where
You die.
I'll still be in pain, but like
Yeah.
I won't feel anything. Yeah, that's like the risk is that
Yeah.
But I woke up and I was just like, oh my god, like I was just short breathed and I it's one of those dreams where like you kind of like chill on it for 2 days. You're stuck in that.
Yeah. Like that happened.
It's like when you have a fucked up dream, you know,
Yeah.
that's normal. You think about it for 2 days, you lose kind of sleep, you're uneasy over it. But like as always, you like pull through. It's not
because you know it's not
too traumatic
really
an experience.
there.
But I can only speak for myself. That's how I see dream. Other people,
Everyone's
I don't know. I can imagine and understand that some people have PTSD from like dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a touchy subject, but I can. You know, am I right? Like that's it's understandable. Like I could see somebody being so traumatized
dreams are
from
powerful.
like a dream. Yeah, like
dreams
really
are very
intense.
powerful. And it's like horrible dreams, and you know, like even like sleep paralysis and stuff like that. That has been proven to fuck people up.
Constant.
It's all. I mean, whether it happens or not, your brain experienced those chemicals. You know, you experience those chemicals, so it technically on some level happened. You know, so it's
There's another dream where it's just like this lady.
Well, real fast.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No.
My
Right,
apologies.
was writing about that. I just wanted to see if you.
I was just writing certain things down. Things I like to write down are like little details.
Yeah.
Like I like when somebody tells me if it's day or night, or like if they
Oh,
can
it was
remember
night.
what
It
they're
was-
wearing. That's great.
Oh, okay.
And just how they felt during the dream and stuff.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned with dreams is it's not like your mind messing with you and stuff. It's already stuff you know.
Yeah.
The stuff's already on your
You're
mind.
not learning
Yeah,
anything.
dreams come from like either like what you were watching or what you're thinking of before you fell asleep.
Yeah.
It's things going on in your life. Like I remember earlier you guys were talking about like hallways and stuff.
Yeah.
And usually dreams like that happen when you guys have a lot of choices ahead of you. Like even like little things, and you're kind of like, okay, what do I pick? There's so many options here. So it can go down to a lot of things. The other day, my sister dreamt about eating shrimp, and I looked that up for her, and it's like the littlest things.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand everything.
I dream about aliens invading a lot and about bombs being dropped a lot.
Well, do you like aliens?
I'm impartial.
He likes it. He's lying.
I mean, I know what it would feel like, that terrifying feeling of seeing a flying saucer just enter the atmosphere.
You'd be terrified?
Life has now changed.
I mean, yeah.
Life is now different.
Yeah, no,
Brandon will love this one. I hate when I have dreams and we're playing shows, but everything. Like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, it's so like tell me you guys have the same where it's just like everything's
I've
set
had it
up,
once,
but there's an ant breaks or like the show. I think like the show gets canceled or something. Like I've always had like
something stops.
I hate dreams like that. It's like when I work, especially ones I work, to where I'm supposed to be at work at a certain time. But I'm like 5 hours late, and like
I've done that.
it's dude, it's those are the worst dreams. Those are like the most
Those are the worst events.
stress-inducing or anxiety-inducing.
Yeah, see, like that. It's like a situation, like you're explaining. It's like your life. Like you're trying to do something, but things keep getting in the way and stuff.
Yeah, just constant obstacles.
I don't like dreaming about fighting people because it's so dissatisfying.
It's the worst.
I've only
annoying.
had one moment to where I was actually able to fight back. And I'm like, okay, like I was like, all right, like
it doesn't fucking do anything.
I've had it before. Where I was able to fight, but it always eventually ends up being to where like, why am I not punching right now? He's about to punch me. Why am I not punching right now? Like, I always get really powerless at the end of it. But yeah, no, I love those type of dreams. Let's talk about reoccurring dreams. That was one of the ones I wanted to talk to Ryan about. Well, I've had a couple. When I was a kid, I won't even bring that up because it was kind of stupid. But I always dream about zombies, like, constantly, and zombie scenarios, like literally constantly. There was like a month where all I dreamt was non-stop zombie dreams. There was ones where I was in like a video game, and then we're like trapped in like this suburban area, and then it would be like a group of 50 of us, like in a blob, in like a nucleus, roaming through the city, but there's like this huge like horde of zombies coming everywhere, and people just get picked off, and I would always be like in the last like 5, and then you'd still have to be running through these like tight spaces. You have to get around like pools, going through backyards, getting in through houses and stuff like that. And then like the second we died, it was the only dream where I've ever died and then had to come back to life because it was like a video game. And then we come back to life in the big mob again, and it just restarts over and over. And then
the movie.
Yeah, no, it actually does, huh?
Yeah, it does.
There was also one where I've always get like this bard scene. It's like a nighttime with like a blue moonlit kind of night, and I'm stuck in like a bar, like in what's it called? What's that movie? Shaun of the Dead kind of thing. But I'm like hiding under the bar, and like I know a zombie's coming, and then like the zombie eventually comes, and I know it's gonna be there. It's just like this one scene that like terrifies me. Like, know it's gonna be there. I have like nowhere to go. When he comes, I don't know what to do, and then when he comes, I like wake up and it's like, I don't know, that type of stuff. But like you said, it's probably just because I kind of like zombies a lot, and I always imagined zombie scenarios as a kid.
Recurring dreams like happen. It's when the same situation happens throughout your life, so that's why it's reoccurring, because you're going through the same thing like you've gone through before.
I see.
But zombies is like you're running away from like something that's kind of pressuring you, or like problems that are beyond your power
control.
And so like when you're hiding from them, it's like you're hiding from this problem,
and you know they're gonna come.
and you're like eventually it's gonna get to me. I might as well like deal with it now, or I hide.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to my psyche. That's kind of how I think about things. But
I've heard a bunch of crazy dreams. Everybody's like, "Oh, my dream is really crazy." I'm like, "Okay, well, tell me it, and I'll tell you if it's crazy."
That's me.
Well, I have one more I wanted to talk to you about, but I want to ask Flanny, because I know he had one you were about to talk about too.
No, well, it was one where, like, I have a lot of them. I just can't think of them on the spot. But the most profound one that I've had as a kid that I can easily explain is just I'm at my old house, because I'm not going to tell the address. We'd have to like blank it out or bleep it out. But
I mean, no one watches.
You're like 10 people.
You never know.
True.
Like, oh shit! Like,
it just takes
10 million views. What the fuck? Like,
just because Fanny's on here, we got 10 million views.
No, it's the truth, dude. We're about to blow
it's
up.
a powerhouse.
Money.
We gotta get and we gotta like mix it up with like a variety of people, like just Austin, Justin, and me. Like that's how it like boils down to.
Oh my god.
See, this guy
or
got
just,
the right idea.
No, because the only reason why. Okay, all right. The reason is, I'm just throwing this name out there is because Oni Plays or like Sleepy Cabin, they always have like different. It's like it's never the same group of people. It's just always.
No, smart. That's very smart.
So
actually.
weird, but it works.
Emily notes, right? This shit
But
down.
before we go too off topic, there when I was a little kid, I had this dream where I was in my old house, but I'm like in the far right side of the backyard to where there's like the side. It's the side of the house
in the
but it's
corner
in
of the fence.
Yeah,
or what do you mean?
it's like there's a fence. I'd have this dream to where it was the fence, and it was the building. So it's like the side of the house, and I don't know if I'm like tripping over leaves or the roots or something like that, but like I fall backwards and there's this like giant black bee, and it's just like hovering over, but it's so menacing, and it has like my mom shout. I don't know how or why, but it's like my mom's voice, like shouting at me. But it's what's the word? It's you can't make it out. It's incoherent. It's like you can hear screams, but like, you can't like
you
make
feel the
out
presence of it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
And that always used to like terrify the shit because I never understood why that was. But I was like, I don't know.
That's like all conversations.
I was a bad kid growing up, so
for me in
it
dreams.
was just I didn't listen. So that's all I meant. It's like, oh, well, you're being a stupid kid. And that's what Raya's just like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're just being fucking stupid.
Does anybody else get
be respectful to your mom?
I mean, you just said yeah.
I've always in my dreams like I can never. Everybody says like, oh, they told me this or like I heard this in a dream. I never hear anything like any voices or anything like that. I feel like it's there sometimes. Like I feel like I've heard it maybe once or twice, like someone talk making out words, but I've never like pulled away like a conversation from a dream. Like I can say like we were talking about this, but I can't say like any of the words.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
She's gonna look that up.
Yeah, never. Like it's so
I've had
weird.
dreams where I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
But not like.
Yeah, no, it's so weird because it always shocked me when people are like, you know, like, oh, I heard this in a dream or yada yada. I was like I've never experienced that. Never.
I hate sinister, like, just I hate when I have to read something in a dream because I can never fucking figure out what it's.
I know.
Afterwards, it's like it's blamed, but like
it's the worst feeling.
There was a dream. The most recent one I can think of is like there was a piece of paper that I was reading, and it said when red eyes turn to green eyes, something something. But it was like a trivial like riddle or something. I don't. Oh man, like, and it pisses me off that I can only pick up red eyes and green eyes like that. That's
interesting.
And I've in another dream I've had a birthday card, but it was like really fucked up. It was because like
wait, explain.
I don't remember what it said, but I just remember it being like really like a really fucked up birthday card. And
like disgusted by this.
Like the first, it was like really, it was like passive, and then it was just like extremely brutally aggressive.
Oh shit!
So it was like the front of the card. It was like okay, warm, welcoming, and then when you open it up, you start reading it, and then you get like as you're reading further into it, it's like you're getting like disgusted or like you know something is like wrong, but I don't know what it. And I don't know what it was, but it bugged me for like weeks because I just, you know, like
not that exactly.
You don't expect shit like that, simple shit like reading a birthday card or to be like scary or disturbing or eerie.
Yeah, it's the.
But I like that, you know, I like stuff like that. It keeps me on my toes and.
Yeah, when dreams bother you like that for a while, it's usually like the actual problem that's bothering you. But you're like thinking about the dream now, so you're not thinking about the problem. Yeah.
Dude, I've had dreams where like I do coke. I wake up and I can smell it and I can feel it drip. Oh shit, it's fucking annoying.
Interesting. Similar dream, but with cigarettes. Because I'll have
editor.
Cut.
Check, please.
You know, if we didn't have to like point it out, it wouldn't have been.
No.
Editor, pull like a jazz drum roll from like the 30s. Whenever Coke's like mentioned, like.
Austin's just gonna make his own.
Joke's on you, Austin.
No, but Uriah, I had.
True.
The one I also wanted to talk about. I actually didn't want to talk about. I probably shouldn't even talk about it, but it was really. I had it the other night. It was like a week ago, or like I don't know, like 5 days ago or so. But I had this really like culty dream. My dreams are always like really short, but like really vivid. I was in this like underground like cult cave type of thing. If that makes sense. And I go down a hallway, and then I make a right, and there's this huddle of children. This is like a really dark cave. There's like this huddle of naked children covered in blood, and I think they were like murdering another child on the floor, and they were like dancing, and there was like they were like having sex, and I look in the room.
Are you sure you weren't playing the forest?
No, I'm positive. And then and there was like this. It was just happening there, and like I wasn't feeling anything. Like it was like normal to me. And then I look to the right, and there's a door in front of, or to the backs of the children on the other side of the hallway, and it's a door open, and there's a priest in there. He's hung up on the wall with a blindfold, and he's naked, and he's like looking at them, but there's a blindfold on, and he's like masturbating, and
I would
like,
see that as like corrupted justice.
You think?
Because the blindfold is what. I don't know, because
but
it's hanging. It felt like a scale.
The thing is, it felt like I was a part of it. Like it felt like I was a part of it. I was just like I wasn't disgusted by it. I was just waiting to climax, kind of thing. Like that's the part that like I don't want to like say because like I mean like it sounds terrible.
So your necrophilia thoughts are coming to surface.
Well, I mean. That's what that.
I want to go down.
I mean,
talk about the agreement.
I'm always.
Can you just become a mortician then?
No, I would love to be a mortician or a vet or a doctor because I could handle it. But regardless, like I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you about that. See if like if that doesn't mean anything. You think?
Yes. When did you have this dream?
I was like 5 days ago or 6 days ago.
Were you angry about something?
I don't think so. It's pretty hard to make me angry.
Were you irritated?
I'm just.
Well, I mean, simple subjects, but nobody talks about them.
Just like culty like things or religion things bother you? Like
Religion bothers
like bring up anger?
I mean, yeah, religion is one of the biggest things. Yeah, a big catalyst.
Yeah, that's like violence and like your dreams is like anger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like kind of. It's like it comes down to symbolism for like a lot of dreams and stuff. And the caves are like your safe place. So you probably felt like you were in a safe place and something bothered you and got you upset.
Or that's just his safe place.
So yeah, just I mean, like I just love going down to the
children murder cave.
I'm gonna go head on down to the children murder cave.
Would you be okay? So
with the
hypothetical
jack-off
time.
Would you welcome back to Flanny's hypothetical?
No, would you be more upset if somebody fucked your corpse or if somebody like fucked your ashes?
I would never be upset. No,
Like if somebody like stuck
believe-
their
I believe-
dick in your ashes.
yeah, no, I believe when the body's dead, use whatever the fuck you want with it. I actually believe.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
I believe
I'm
for-
gonna side with you.
I
there,
believe
'cause
for,
it's-
like-
you're dead. It wouldn't.
I was even
exist.
like I have these weird like
Can you even be
hypotheticals. No, you couldn't be upset. No, but I have.
What if you
like,
can?
what if
Like
I
if
mean-
you had the option to be, I
you could,
would
then
be
fuck it.
slightly bothered. I'd be like, damn, they like went through all that trouble just. I'd be more
If you
upset.
knew the person, it would be different though. Like,
If it was my ashes,
like if
though, I'd be
Brandon,
like, they went through
if
the
Brandon just
effort
stuck
to
his
like,
dick in your ass.
yeah, dude, like, oh.
Yes.
If somebody went through the fucking effort to like stick their dick in my ashes, I would be impressed and like upset and
terrified.
There's a guy with his dick in
disgusted.
the urn. It's like, what are you doing? Nothing.
It's my buddy.
He asked me to do this.
I feel like this escalated, Willie.
It's just.
We're not talking about dreams anymore.
Yeah, we're not talking about tour anymore.
Just dits and urns.
Yeah.
Hey, Flanny, give us a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Man, okay, let me think of one right now, so
Yeah.
in the meantime... What if Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings had a crossover?
Oh, dude.
And they
Johnny
all,
Depp
like,
would make a lot of money.
Pirates of the
at the end of
Rings.
it, they just... you
Lord
know,
of the Caribbean.
Lord of the Caribbean.
Wow, I could see that one.
Lord of the Caribbean, the Black Ring, or something like that. Like that wouldn't honestly that wouldn't be too bad.
Jack
you know,
Frodo.
fucking Frodo and Legolas like fucking fighting hand in hand.
Legolas.
Legoland.
Legolas.
Listen, they like you gotta no yeah. In the middle of the movie, they meet this like Brooklyn dude, like, and every time he talks to Legolas, he just refers to him as Legoland. Hey, Legoland.
Dude, that would be great.
It's not my name.
Dude, I had this thought because I watched Titanic 2 nights ago with my girlfriend's mom, and I was like, because at the end of it, you know how like Jack sinks to the bottom of the sea, and you get these like images of like the shrunken ship. I was like, what if the sequel is like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then like he's Captain Jack, and he's one of the ghost ship pirates, you know, and then that's just what Titanic ends up moving on with, you know.
I spaced out for a second.
What if Titanic led into
Pirates of the Caribbean?
You know, like the sequel was Jack coming to life, like he's still alive under the ocean as a ghost pirate, and he's like, you know, scourging the seas as Captain Jack. Then Jack Sparrow finds him. He's like, I'm Captain Jack.
And they run the seas for like the next 30 years, and then the like World War II battleship comes out.
Would you be mad if Jack was selling Rose's nudes?
No.
Like, just the what he's selling. He's selling his drawing of her. She's just like pissed off. Like I didn't. Like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Like
he's got it on like eBay and shit.
what a dick, dude. Like I'd be pissed off at him. I'd be like, that's not cool.
That's not cool, bro. Oh man, that's funny.
Editor, cue that scene in Titanic where that dude, where that dude hits a propeller and he fucking says,
You hear the bones crack. It's so
it's
crazy.
just like, dude, like,
You're like,
There's
so,
like that happens twice. There's
no, like
this one
3
dude-
times. People hit like just pause constantly when they're dropping. Titanic, like they did a lot of that, just like real like death shit. It was pretty good. I love that.
I
part
like
of
Billy
Titanic.
Didn't you say you had a dream of
performance.
Titanic? Like,
No, just last night because of my heart thing.
You died?
know,
I have a child. I have
Yeah.
a child.
I was just like sinking. I was drowning in the cold water.
do you get anxiety a lot?
Huh? No, not really. Well, a little bit, but also it's because like I the feeling of it, it felt like I was drowning because like my chest would tighten up, and then that's when I would be going underwater, and then like it got like more unbearable to where I was like, oh, I can't stay asleep, and then then I just woke up and I was like, oh shit, I'm having chest pain.
I just want to let you know,
Our editor.
our editor is currently throwing up in the bathroom next to us,
In case you hear it.
in case that happens to pop up.
Cue the
Elevator music.
Price is Right.
Spay neuter your pets. Let's get
Put the snort counter on now. It's 1. Oh no, that'd actually be twice.
Can you make this a drinking game? I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
It's
Wait.
just those wheezes.
Can we make a rest?
No.
Araya, don't worry.
Yeah, just do it once.
Fine,
You
give us a
laugh
what?
really, really
A
hard.
what if? Okay,
Or I have to be really excited.
Well, let's see.
Damn. All right.
Ryan's got a what if, so let's see if this makes Araya piss herself.
Okay, so
Snort her
Yeah.
piss.
Wow.
So I almost got it.
You're close. You're close.
You know,
I'm
it
taking my
tastes the
gum
same.
out.
Just
What
put
if-
it at you.
Snort piss. That's another band name. Snort piss.
Do it.
We're Snort piss from
What about
From
the
Tennessee.
stickle friends?
what would
what if?
what would you do if you were like you got to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? You're like one of the 5 people that you're having like a good time. Everything's going great. Like you're eating the fucking grass and you're fucking. You dip your hands in the chocolate. And like out of nowhere, like you see like this, it's like a State of Rose where you actually see like the actual store, and then you see kind of like the back lot or something like that, or like the storage room where the kid. What if you like manage to stumble in and you see like fucking Willy Wonka like scolding and really like just really being mean to like an envelope, and he's like. Like, would you be oblivious? Or would you like, I'm having the time of my life, start eating grass again and shit?
I mean, so like to be honest, if it were me,
God, dude.
I would definitely post.
I'd be like,
I would post
dude, don't
about
fucking
it later.
do that.
I wouldn't go back to having the time of my life. I'd be like, I'm not gonna fix anything here.
I'd be like, dude, what the fuck's the matter with you?
Okay, I must say, we got a snort from Nick, and now we need one from Ryan.
Just beating his midget.
Yeah, dude, I'd be
servant.
like, hey, like, you gotta stop.
You gotta
like,
stop that.
You gotta treat your workers better. They're gonna form a union.
Just lecture.
Have you
Willy
heard of
Wonka?
unions?
They're gonna scalp you, dude.
You save their entire
Did you see a
species.
scalpel?
What do you do?
Right? They
Yeah,
only
or
live here.
Flay. Like Flay would be. I think Flay would be a lot more appropriate.
Bobby Flay.
No, I mean like if Willy Wonka like kept on treating his workers like shit.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, the Oompa Loompas would overthrow him and like flay him.
I would hope so. I would hope they'd eat him.
Or they find a spiked bat somewhere. And...
I don't know why I actually thought of like the mammal bat.
Wait,
with
wasn't the
spikes.
Johnny Depp version? Like, wasn't he a fucking asshole?
Not necessarily. I mean, technically, yeah.
I don't know.
Willy
I
Wonka did let a
can't-
lot
I
of
can't
child
do
abuse
that.
happen.
I really can't do that version. Like I've seen it. I've tried to like stomach it, and other people like it. That's fine.
No, of course, yeah, it's different. It's mad different.
I just think the original is like that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
irreplaceable. I
Hard
don't
to
know.
top.
The second one came out along with Shrek 3, and it was a weird time in America.
Yeah, Poor Smash Mouth, guys.
I'll never forget.
Can we pour one out for Smash Mouth?
I was in 8th grade and they told us we were getting a field trip because we did so good in math. And we were like, fuck yeah. We were all excited. And then they told us that we're going to walk to the movie theater and watch Shrek 3.
What? That's a pretty dope field trip.
It was nice.
I wish my work would do that one day. Like, hey guys, guess what?
We're going to Total Wine.
We're going to Total Wine.
I've always
We're gonna
wondered
get
like,
blitzed.
how that happened. Like kids on field trips, like if they you know like how they go to see movies and stuff, like,
Yeah.
to where they like accidentally walk into an R film. But I think the teacher would like notice well before.
Dude, I got fucked up on a field trip at Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom in like 5th grade.
Miss that place.
What do you mean by fucked
for
up?
those who don't know who Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom is, let me just say real quick.
It's a piece of shit.
It is, but it was such a beautiful piece
It
of
was
fucking.
One of the best nightclubs in Redmond.
Yeah, it is just fucking out of this. It was like balls of the wall, dude. Like, we're
Pharaoh's was
like
crazy.
12 to 14, so.
But like, first of all, I was a fat kid when I was in 5th grade, a little bit. And I got stuck in one of the tubes.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
It's big.
And like, I already have like minor claustrophobia.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
And like
Yeah.
that was the most terrifying experience in my
My
life.
fart-
Was there water? Was there like water running?
Yeah.
While,
Oh,
yeah, see, I'd be
dude.
even more scared. I've always thought
Dude.
about
And
that.
the thing that got me loose was the kid behind me kicking me in the head.
Let's go.
So I got loose and like I get out, and as I'm walking away from that fucking tube, I slip because it's just concrete and water and sand.
Yeah.
And I slip and I land at the bottom of my chin on a pole. Like this high.
Oh,
And my whole chin turns purple and green, and it was bad.
that sounds like the
It was
worst.
bad. I was in 5th. I was 12. And I go to my fucking teacher, and she's freaking out. Like, she's freaking the fuck out. She's like, we gotta get to the office, get some fucking nurse from Pharaoh's. They don't have a nurse. They don't have a first aid station.
Pharaoh's doesn't carry.
They didn't have shit. Like, they literally, like, they were like, we don't even have band-aids. Like, I don't know.
We spent all our money on this big pharaoh head.
Like,
that was our big spender.
and my teacher went the fuck off on this lady. She was like, how the fuck are you gonna have kids in this park and not have a first aid station?
Anything.
And that was the first time I ever heard a teacher.
They were just like, we never thought of
Because she actually said it like that.
Damn. That's
And then she told my mom to sue them, and she never did. We lost that one hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You really could have sued them,
Dude.
too. You
Yeah.
could have sued them. Like, you definitely could have sued them.
My chin was so fucked up.
Damn.
I've never been purple before. Well, actually.
Did you ever dream about that?
You ever have a dream?
No.
No.
I mean, dreams are like I don't breathe, but that's the sleep apnea thing because I'm not breathing in real life. So.
Transfers in. Wah.
It's right there.
I know, but he's to hear this tomorrow too.
By the way, Austin, whenever you feel better, you got a lot of shit you gotta add to this. Okay, sweet.
I need you to pull the Titanic theme.
If it takes you like a week, but 2 weeks, then I'm happy.
Take your time. Just we'll make it.
As long as you cut everything in at the right time, it's gonna be worth it. Now, fine. Give us hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Okay, hold on. Let's see what Madame Ruby sees. Man, fuck, I can't do it on
Unless
the
you have
spot.
another French
Yes, you
news
can.
clip.
What was that French news? No, I don't have. Man burns alive in New Delhi. There we go.
New Delhi. Norwegian barber. He opens
sues
up,
SpaghettiOs
Sues
for
SpaghettiOs.
the new taxation and theft policy
which was brought up by the Germans
in 1944.
You know, it's
after
horrible.
the.
Wait. Okay. Let's start the story. All right.
Yeah.
Once upon a time,
There was a gigantic pineapple
in Nazi Germany.
in Nazi Germany.
just blurt something out.
And
There's no wrong answers.
It was huge.
And it had a thriving 6-inch veiny ice cream cone.
which was a spiritual Shinigami Zanpakuto
It was unfortunate. It was unfortunate because he was an orphan.
So
orphans don't usually get to become soul reapers, but like this time it worked out.
Oh wait, Emily.
Go ahead, you fast.
Wait.
Go to our spiritual advisor.
I'm lost. Okay, where are we?
So the soul reaping gigantic pineapple with a throbbing ice cream cone.
It was very anti-Semitic
in Nazi Germany.
That makes sense. With the Nazi Germany and the anti-Semitic.
Anything's made sense this entire time.
He had a nightmare.
He had a nightmare. Oh.
And it was about the Batmobile serving brunch at the Sizzler.
But the Sizzler actually ended up being a church in which there was absolutely no raves, and he didn't like that.
Which is very disappointing.
And then Hitler tried to assassinate him because he was jealous of his mustache.
Hitler himself?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He sent Heimlich, and it didn't work.
Oh, shit.
He's immortal.
But he was immortal because he's a Shinigami.
He focused primarily on the Heimlich maneuver, which was super effective, and he
he chose Blastoise.
This took a weird turn.
I was like, this one.
But who knew Hitler had fire-type Pokemon?
So he made a good choice.
Oh, I get. Well, I know. Yeah, no. That's why we haven't seen Hitler. Have you seen Hitler recently?
Just like once or twice.
Oh,
2
shit.
months. I don't really talk to him.
Anyway, Tupac's a great guy. I mean, he's old
Tupac's
now,
alive,
but,
so.
but we get along pretty well.
Yeah, that guy owes me $10.
Did you see how Tupac put out a statement saying that he's actually dead?
Yeah. that was on Hard Times, right? Or what?
Yeah. That was the same. Oh no, I think that was the same news people who gave me the story about the band who locked their bassist in the band.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen that one.
Poor guy.
Drummer guesses he'll go fuck himself on the new acoustic tour.
That was Gabe a few times.
Yeah.
We were like, let's do an acoustic show. He's like, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. It's like,
Get a cajon,
Just
you
play.
fucking prick.
did you
Fucking
see Nirvana
stupid ass.
Unplugged?
No, I would never do that. I would never
See,
sit
that's
there.
okay. All right. So, speaking of Nirvana, this
why do we
is
have
in
to
good.
talk about Nirvana?
No,
I didn't mean to
Big
be
no,
funny.
Big Skills out there.
I've
Big
had
Skills out
this
there.
idea, like, what if they were actually, what if, as in they, as this like group of people who were able to do this, they were able to go into an alternate universe where Cobain never really killed himself, or, well, allegedly.
I think
Or
he'd
he-
be the Bob Dylan of pop culture.
Because I think about that sometimes. Like a group of people who go into an alternate universe and steal the albums that could have been or would have been, and then bring them to this reality.
And write them themselves or just put them out?
No, like,
Because there's multiple things you could do with that.
man, like I just think about that sometimes. Like if you could get like a few more albums of the Doors, or a few more albums of a certain band, to where a certain artist passed, and
I would
never
love
had
to hear
show their potential.
2019
Even
Sublime. I would love to hear 2019
I want to hear
Sublime.
2002 Sublime.
Like I think about that
So
sometimes.
when did he?
like,
He died in 2000 and
96?
He
Yeah,
no,
he
I thought
died
he
in
died
the 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Oh shit. So yeah, there was no
Maybe
way.
I
to
was
do it.
super late to the party when I found that out.
Yeah, me too. I was way late. I mean, we were both young.
Well, we were all really young.
Yeah, we were like, man, this guy's good. Like,
You guys weren't bumping Badfish in pre-K?
No, I had a
No,
My My Boston's album once, and I remember listening to it and not understanding it and throwing it away. And I don't.
that's the same thing I did with Phoenix. I didn't understand what it in. Threw them away. Like I just literally threw
So
the disc.
That was the
Stupid.
same thing with Oingo Boingo with me. I hated Oingo.
Well, I
Boingo.
did that with Slipknot too.
But they're my favorite band now.
Ryan showed me Psychosocial when it came out.
Yeah.
I remember watching the music video and I was like, I can't make sense of this. This is stupid. And I think it was like 6 months later, I watched it again and I was like, I understand.
Yeah, it's fucking
I was
dead.
like
I love
7 when
that.
I got into Slipknot, and I was like, this shit, it hits my soul.
Psychosocial from Slipknot and Sugar from System of a Down hit me at the same time, and I got immersed. Into
I got
the
both
world.
those bands at the same time.
Yeah, I got immersed into that
you know,
universe.
I feel like that's kind of common too. Like,
Dude, if there was ever a
System.
tour, like a big fucking, if there was like a
God.
big 3 tour or something like that, of that like, you know, that era, you know, know, Slipknot, fucking, and System of a Down.
I think Linkin Park should be allowed to open that.
I would entirely disagree, but I mean,
I know you would.
But the thing is, I mean, I get it, I guess. Maybe make it Big Four. But then the thing is, it would be hard to choose between. I think like Korn might be one of them.
Korn deserves to be there.
Korn, like I give a lot of respect to Korn for being just like I was talking about, like Flanny earlier.
Korn was
like,
one of the best.
They're their
live shows
own
I've ever
thing.
seen.
Korn is their own fucking. There's not like another band.
No matter how many bands they bash, like as long as they're their own, like you said, their own thing.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't really, like I can only be opinion, not like to sound
You're like a second party.
stupid
you know,
or rude. Like I can only be opinionated, but to other people, that's like, you know, that they're their own.
Hey Austin, what do you think about this?
I really think, well, when I was a kid, Kid Rock really hit it for me.
Please tell me you're joking.
The festival you're planning, I think he should be headlining because he's the OG.
I would kill myself before I would ever support Kid Rock.
Wow.
Whoa.
I would like legit kill myself.
Kid Rock
He's an amazing.
Kid Rock backwards is okay, Boomer.
What do you?
He's very talented.
Don't say.
He's very talented. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It is though.
Bro, his background
I
story,
said-
bro.
What?
I said Kid Rock backwards is okay, Boomer.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not.
I can't, dude. What's that one song?
No,
that's,
it's not.
can somebody do?
Guys,
Somebody,
let me speak. I'm dying.
This is Austin's last will and testament.
Yeah.
yes.
Get it over.
Like, backstory of Kid Rock's hard as fuck, dog. He was just this white kid with his parents abandoning him, and he was just fucking orphaned into this, like, house of black folks. And so that was his upbringing, man. He had a mix of rock and rap and shit.
Kanye's roots are cool too, but look at that fool now.
What
Look
are
at
his
him
roots?
now. Kanye was actually, he was like a poor producer who just like, he made it all on his own. He bought his own equipment, set up his living room with like, just like a fucking small little basic ass thing. And that's where he wrote fucking, I think, Graduation and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, so
all
also
of his
he-
original,
so
like,
did Dr.
amazing
Dre,
stuff.
but
You know, and then like, he just progressed, like, I don't know if it was fame
What's
or,
your
you know,
point?
I mean, it does it to people. I mean, he's a shitty person.
He was just a genius promoter. Because, like, I've heard stories.
Well, I mean, producer.
Producer.
Because like his music is like, I actually sadly sat through fucking God is Jesus is whatever the
Jesus
fuck.
is king.
Kanye is Jesus.
Me and
on-
Nick both did that on the way to a show, and it was great.
the music is actually phenomenal, but then the lyrics come in and it's like it
God.
literally like shit in your mouth, like
What
it
is
just shoves poop into your
tiny
nose
beer
hole.
pellets.
Like no, not
Heavily-
tiny, no huge,
Skittle-sized
gigantic like diarrhea farts into
I've
your
heard
mouth.
stories of like Diddy meeting Kanye at
Yeah.
like parties in LA around the time right before he got big.
Yeah.
And he'd be talking about how like, yeah, I just recorded the song, and like once it comes out, it's gonna blow the fuck up. And he would talk about that, about like certain things. Every single one of them happened exactly how he said they would.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
he would make something and be like, this is gonna do this, and then that would happen.
He knows what the people want, you know? You got that consumer.
I feel like he knows.
down.
I feel like he knows what he does know to some extent, like what people want, and he knows how to get things, you know. But I feel like it's it goes back to like with me. The reason I don't like people like that is because I feel like, and I feel a lot of people have the same thing too. With power comes responsibility, you know. And there's
Great responsibility.
Austin,
Yeah.
shut. No,
Uncle Ben
No.
would have been
It's
proud.
it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Did everyone forget about when Kanye got to go into the White House and talk to Trump?
Yes.
And then he got
And then yelled at him about segregation.
and then he got what is it abducted and killed, and then they cloned him, and then they programmed that clone.
Yes.
Also, actually, hang on. You know, my sister and her husband.
I'm
have,
pretty
like,
convinced that
they have a fucking huge theory about that. Like you're not even you're delving
you're
into
dead. You're done.
you're delving into
already
real shit
cloned,
right
dude.
now.
Like,
You're delving into real shit right now. But no, Kanye's relationship with the MAGA,
Oh
with
my
the
God.
MAGA thing is
How do
hilarious.
we get to Kanye?
And it was at this moment that our friends began to stray into different fractals of conversation, some of which were pretty dark and devious, and some of which just were nonsense. But what is life anyway? but just nonsense. Anywho, let's get back to our friends and the main conversation of this podcast.
Yeah, please. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Dude,
was
I
necessary.
want to make a spin-off of that, so it's just a spin-off parody of where it's like Pintail and Raggedy. It's those two comedic relief characters.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Where
Yeah.
it's a bald dude with a beard and the other dude is like that skinny dude with the glass eye.
Yeah.
And they're just like, it's based off of Pintail. He's a fat beer belly dude, and he's always fucking people over. The whole premise is he's fucking people over. He's always stealing treasure. He's getting fucked up off of anything that he can. He like finds coral that's like poisonous, and
dude,
he does it anyways. He gets all fucked up, but. That's pretty much it. Like, he just ruins people's... Yeah. He bears false witnesses. So he's like, he murdered that baby. And like, freaking, they hang some, like, innocent guy. Like, pretty much, like, fucked up shit like that. But, like, at the end of every episode, they just get fucked up in Tortuga. They just... And then, there's one episode in particular where I'm just like... The episode's 4 minutes long. It's just like... It's not really 4 minutes long, but, like, that's the plot. And they're just like, oh, well... That was the whole plot device of this episode. They're just Tortuga, Tortuga. And every Tortuga scene's just gonna have like a GoPro, like to Pintail's face, and it's just like motion where he's just fucked up, crazy shit's happening.
I think our editors like finally died.
No, don't die on us.
I saw all of that in like flapjack animation inside of my brain. I loved it.
That's another. Did you? Like
I love.
Did you really?
Flapjack animation.
They gotta bring flapjack back, or
dude,
like, or at least put it to DVD.
That's the best moment in cartoon history. Wes.
Or that boy who was really a man.
Oh yeah.
40 years old. God, it sounds like the fucking bars of a prison cell closing.
The barber guy was pretty cool too.
There's a dude on there. He's like the banker.
Oh, Dr. Barber or whatever.
Yeah.
How about some surgery?
Surgery. He does this one thing where he's just like,
I know.
Yes.
That's vibe as fuck. I vibe that.
There's some rings going on here. There's some ebbs and flows.
Some ebbs.
This is a very
soft. I gotta use that.
Very soft aura going on. Would you do your own ASMR?
Would I do my own ASMR?
Like if you came down, if you actually like sat down for 20 minutes and you're just doing like little.
What would you do yours?
Yeah,
what would be yours? What would be yours?
Yeah.
ASMR?
I don't, because I do listen to ASMR. There's actually like
Where
two.
Bro, Black Pickle Lady is like legit.
Wait, great. Hold on.
To ASMR with Dave French. Nice. Relax. Because that's how like that's how like all of them start. There's two ASMR. They're really good too. It's ASMR Amy and Frivy Fox. And recently I commented something on Frivy Fox's account and they liked it. So boom. Just putting it out there. But both there's people who obviously know what they're fucking doing. And then there's you get these not shitting on them, but you have amateurs, and it's just with practice comes perfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think
they'll get there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it just not for me. There's certain people I can legitimately listen to.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another one, and I forget. I think it was Sweet Whispers or Serenity Whispers or something like that. But they do get quite a lot of fucking views, and they do a lot of videos. Nah, no thanks. I just
he doesn't do the spirits.
It's just a tiny bit. It's not gonna do much.
It smells all right.
All right.
I'm bad at
That's all right.
I have some in here. I'll cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
There
To
you
our health. To your new boat. May she stay afloat. It's off a flapjack. It's that banker dude. He's like, to your new boat.
Can you do ASMR
May she
again?
garçon. Bobby. Should I do ASMR or can I do it?
Yeah, do it. Do it for another like second.
Pick a new topic. Yeah, that's right.
No, dude, like it's just I usually just whenever I listen to ASMR, it's like if I can't sleep, I'll just sit there and chill, like put one of those videos on, and like in 20 minutes I fall asleep.
That's a good idea. I've never done
And dude, it's like I used to do the same thing with binaural beats.
Binaural beats I've done.
That actually works.
I love binaural beats.
But there's some times
when
where
you
I
find
actually
when
want
you
to
find
like
the good
fall asleep
ones-
naturally, like
Yeah, no, I feel it.
where I don't need anything. I don't need I don't need a, without saying a piece of technology. I don't want to use my phone to do that. I actually want to like fall asleep on the spot.
Bisexual beats are cool, but I want my
Bisexual
beats.
beats.
I want my beats to be
That's-
binary. I want binary beats. You know what I'm saying?
That's my band name now.
binary.
That's our
beats.
band name, Bisexual Beats.
Bisexual
Down.
Bisexual
Nah, dude, we gotta do
Beats.
Pepper in the Mints.
I'm still down for that one.
Pepper in the mints.
I fucked up.
There's another one that I had, and I can't even remember it.
Oh, hang on, real fast while I found it. So I was going over I was thinking of just like stupid band names because I want to make a list of just stupid band names for people to use. So Gaslamp Cash Fire is one of them. Good name, right? Trillchasm.
Oh, what did you do with the sand?
Reproductive Child Liquid. Synth Dick. Chug Smoke. Dixie and the Cups.
That one's so good.
Wait. Dixie in the Cups is a good country.
Yeah. Slurp Boob. Limits on Checkpoint. like a,
wait.
like a stupid three
That
doors
sounds
band.
like an album,
like a
an
Three
album
Doors
name.
band.
That's on
Wait,
Checkpoint.
Slurp Poop sounds like a great band.
Slurp Boob does sound good, right? Like good punk
That's
band.
good. Yeah, good punk band.
But Slump on the Flagpole.
That's good.
It rolls off the tongue for me. I don't know why. Austin came up with Uncircumcised Homicide. Also, I thought Caboose Troop is a good one. Caboose Troop, I don't know, and Garage Fart. Yeah. So I mean, those are just some.
Garage Fart, favorite noise band from the AV.
Chug Smoke's probably my favorite, actually. I mean, I do love Gaslamp Cash Fire. I feel like Gaslamp Cash
Every
Fire.
time you say it, my mind just goes Gaslight Anthem.
Gaslamp Manifesto.
Gas?
Gaslamp Cash.
Can any band use the word manifesto and then play ska?
No.
Never.
Would you be
Nah,
impressed
pretty
if
light.
I told you we were lying? Or like you were lying, and none of this shit you told me was the truth.
Just
Because I think of like
a little
gaslighting,
off.
like actual gas.
Put it in like a slightly different key.
Which you pretty much that would be like that. It's like he's like in that song he's basically saying like it's not my fault, and it's gaslighting.
Yeah, no, it's not true.
No, it's not my fault. It's your fault. I didn't do that.
And I didn't do it.
And yeah, it's all
didn't
simplified.
do it.
It's not what I did.
Anyways, does anybody have any topics before we slurp this boob?
I do have a merch stand update.
Merch stand update. Here we go.
Stop touching my stand.
Nick did that. Not me.
That's not the truth.
Anyways, so we have a show coming up. It's January 18th.
2020, bitch.
Fucking
Yes.
the Vision Dawn.
The new year.
Yeah,
The
we
new
have
one,
a
not the
show
old one,
coming
not that
up.
old
There we go.
stupid.
It's a merch stand fundraiser show on January 18th. It'll be in San Jacinto. We have bands such as Ricochet, TOA, Rundown Creeps, The Endorphins, False Prophet, the endorphins. We have a
The
few
Rain
others.
Man's Time
Rasticali.
Machine.
Dude, let's me, you, and Gabe just write like 3 Shade Punk songs and open and slurp poop.
Dude, I'm
I want
with it.
Slurp
I
I'm
want
with it.
you
I'm
guys
so
to
with it.
hype it up. I want the best fucking pits there.
Yeah,
I
no,
want
we will.
I want people to. I'm just kidding, not to fight.
No, let's get fights going.
Almost fight.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We got those fucking inflatable fucking shits.
It's pee-pee time for the Frenchman.
Wait, hang on. Before Dave leaves, because I think we're gonna end this right now. Anyways, hang on. Flanny, is there anything you would like to plug or sniff out for us?
Man, shit, I have nothing really on the radar.
You're
just saying. Oh wait, what?
You got new music that you haven't put out yet.
There is new music that I do have. It will take a while for us to
I don't want to be a while.
assimilate
Yeah.
that. I have very great things coming out right now. Where we're at right now, where we're going to be musically in 2020. That's really like when we're gonna start doing newer stuff, because we do have new songs.
Well, no, 2020.
I don't mean to make it like super long. Like
No,
I just
no.
want to make it short and sweet. For me, like it's just what we've accomplished, what me and Brandon, everybody else in the band have accomplished. We have more coming. We definitely have more coming, and we would like to share that with everyone, like in the new year.
So, show dates. TOA has December 7th, Bart's Lounge, down in like Palm Springs,
Oh shit.
with fucking the people.
Yeah.
Vendors or no?
Yeah.
Wait, what was it?
You know that place where Ricochet played, the second story? Yeah, Bart's Lounge. TOA's gonna play there. in a
That
few
sounds
weeks.
fun.
It's kind of cool. We have to
Are
walk
we-
all the equipment up to do now.
Also, January, I'm doing a tattoo shop show with Ricochet, TOA, and
I haven't talked to him about that.
huh?
I
Well,
haven't
yeah,
told
well,
him about
he's got to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we
January
don't.
10th, we're doing a New Year's kickoff show with Ricochet, TOA, and that band that I brought. What's it called?
One Hot Planet?
One Hot
Yeah,
Planet.
they're-
Yeah,
they're
One Hot
good,
Planet.
dude.
The three of us with One Hot Planet's gonna be so full of shit, and we're gonna be like, yeah, and we're gonna be like, yes.
I want
Is
to
that the
promote.
one? Is that the one band from the Void?
You know, with those things? Yeah, with the bomb machines. And
Everyone. December 14th, there's a show in Hemet with TOA, the ska band from like Anaheim or some shit, Riverside. And it's at Mario's new house. Chain Singing Cars.
Okay.
So that's gonna be bad. I don't know who else is on.
But for right now, guys, I think that's pretty much it. We're gonna shoot this kitten in the mouth, and we're gonna end this conversation.
Editor, put the Sabrina the Teenage Witch theme on.
Funny, I wanted.
Or the Boy Meets World theme. Let's put the Boy Meets World.
This has been After the Encore.
After the encore.
Shut it off.